This is the new data changes form that we will be using this year to replace the tracking form that we had last year. Your manager will send you a copy of this form and you'll need to save that template onto your computer to use anytime a learner or a group of learners need changes making to their aims. We'll also have a copy of it available on Moodle in case you lose your original copy. Okay, I'm going to show you how this form needs to be completed, and there are a number of video clips to show you each of the different options of changes that you may wish to make for your learners. Looking at this Excel spreadsheet form as an overall form to start with, you'll notice along the bottom there are a number of tabs. The first one is Learner Number 1 Data Changes, so you can use this first one to complete any changes that need to be made for just one learner. You can use this form for just one learner or for a group of up to 10 learners at one time. So if you have a course with 8 learners on it, for example, and they've all finished the course and they've all taken their exams, you can complete all 8 of them on this one form and send it to your manager, who will validate it and send it on to our MI team, who will save the changes in a timely manner on our MI system. We need information to be received promptly because it affects our funding for this year. Okay, the tabs along the bottom for the 10 learners, there's an 11th tab also which is called Notes, and if you click onto that tab, I will show you in one of the other video clips, you can see notes which reinforce the instructions that I'm going to go through with you today. Okay, so I'm going to make some changes for a particular learner. The first thing that I want to do is to actually save this file, if it's going to let me, and I'm going to save it as the centre name, so I'm going to say that it's for students in Ashford, the tutor's name, so your own name, and the date. Today is the 18th of the 10th of 13, and save. So that will save me from overwriting my original template. So any changes that I make on here, if I just click the save button, it will be saved as that new file name. You will need to complete these top 5 rows to give the basic information about the learner so that MI will be able to match up the changes that we are making, asking them to make or telling them about, with the learner's details that are held on our MI system. So first of all, type in the learner's name, type in their date of birth, or if it's easier, which it may be for ESOL or for ILS learners because the learner number is on the register, you can use the learner number rather than the date of birth. The current aim that the learner is working towards, so for this first example I'm just going to select from the options that are available ILP ESOL. The current learning level, again we have a number of options and I'm just going to select entry 2, so they're on an entry 2 aim working towards an entry 2 qualification. And finally it's asking us about ALS learner. So this year the Additional Learning Support Fund which funds the TAs is attached to an individual learner who has a learning need identified. If this learner is one of those, we need to select yes. If you're unsure, please speak to your line manager or your unit lead, but we need to identify whether this learner has a ALS funded learning assistant or teaching assistant attached to them. Okay. You'll then notice that there are a number of different options that you may want to inform MI about for your learner or learners. You may wish to complete a learning aim, you may wish to make an aim transfer, you may wish to withdraw a student, to record a break in learning, which is a new option for this year, or change a start or end date. We also have down here at the bottom a learner e-signature, and you'll notice it says for AIM transfers only. So we only need a signature from the learner if we want to do this second one, make an AIM transfer. They're both blue, so they match up. I'm going to stop this video here and I'll go through each of these different options on the 4 other links.